Welcome to a special episode of Pseudo Ludo, where we're going to break down the new Xbox Series S and Series X pricing news. I'm Brian, and I'm joined by Murph and Nick.
Hi
there.
Hey, Team Green. Hashtag Xbox.
Is that right?
No,
you build
right.
one PC, and look what it's done to your mind. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a Microsoft little fanboy now.
He hasn't even built it yet. He's a fraud.
You are a fraud.
I'm harboring the parts as if I'm some sort of.
You don't even own a
stockpiler.
screwdriver.
I ordered a screwdriver on Amazon.
Did you really have to?
It's coming. Yeah, I mean, well, I had it's like a magnetized one. It's like a good one, you know. Everyone's got screwdrivers, but
not you.
Special occasion. I wanted a high quality.
Hey Nick, do you want to talk about the Xbox prices?
What?
Do you want to talk about the Xbox prices?
Yeah, we can talk about those.
Yeah, we could. All right, so Xbox Series S is retailing for $299, and Xbox Series X is retailing for $499. Both releasing November 10th. And pre-orders begin September 22nd. In addition, there is a financing plan for $24.99 per month for 24 months. You can get the Xbox Series X and Game Pass Ultimate and EA Play for an additional $10 per month, $34.99. You can get the Series X and Game Pass Ultimate and EA Play.
Yeah, let's jump back to how this kind of came up, because obviously, you know, PlayStation and Xbox, past few months, they've been playing a game of chicken of who's going to talk on the price first. Xbox, their hand was kind of forced here because this actually all got leaked the night before they made the announcement. And they recovered pretty well, and they put out like a trailer video thing via a tweet. And so that's how we got all this information. But obviously this wasn't you can't imagine this was their original plan after all this wait to just kind of announce it out of the blue. So one of the most interesting things for us, I think, since we're more PlayStation focused, is going to be how PlayStation reacts to this. You know, now that they essentially won this game of chicken and they get to react to Microsoft's price, because neither of them wanted to go first. But I guess we can get to that in a second.
Wait.
Just overall, what are your thoughts overall on this?
Before I give my thoughts, can you make sure you edit the scene from the room when they do the bok when you say chicken?
You're just a chicken. Chip, 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 chip.
Thank you.
That's kind of a dark. Wait. Oh, the room. Okay, not room.
Oh no,
okay.
Not room. What the fuck?
I was trying to picture what's. Yeah. No, I can definitely.
I was picturing room also for some reason.
Well,
I was like, is it when they're like Brie Larson? Yeah. But
did.
I don't know.
But
I just pictured Brie Larson and the kid doing it.
Doing
what?
Doing the buck thing.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I think
that's getting cut.
I'm still not interested in buying either of these consoles because I'm a PlayStation fanboy, but I do think that this, from a business perspective, is a very, very interesting strategies, in particular the financing thing. It's very weird to see a console being approached this way, and I think there's almost no chance PlayStation follows suit. So it's going to be really interesting, like comparatively to how PS5 is priced and how it all unfolds. I think PS5 will probably be in that 500-ish range. I don't think that they could possibly do 600 if that was ever being considered. I don't think they could do that right now, but I feel like they're not going to do any of this financing stuff, and it's not like I doubt they're going to push PS Now as much as Microsoft is pushing Game Pass.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, it seems like they're leaning more into the higher, you know, like more, I guess, like passionate gaming audience, where Microsoft is going a little more casually leaning with this super cheap console that's probably, you know, this is kind of like a streaming box almost. Like, this is what, if you don't, like, if gaming isn't your main focus, but you kind of just want that all-in-one type thing, this is kind of going to hit that for a lot of people, I think. They just want something. They plug into their TV. You know, it can do Netflix, but it could also play, you know, Call of Duty, whatever, someone who buys one game a year might want. It's a pretty good sell. Like, if I were a salesperson at, like, let's say Best Buy or GameStop or whatever, and I think this would be just the easiest one to sell, to pitch to like grandparents, parents, people who aren't like super into it and don't know much about it. Like you can kind of say, well, here's this box, like, it's got everything included, comes with the games when you pay this, $25 a month type financing. I think that's like a really smart plan. And I think it's probably going to work out really well. I think they're going to be able to, with this, like dig out a chunk of the market share that Sony absolutely dominated last generation.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think there's something to say about the brand power that PlayStation has been able to accumulate during the PS4 generation that will stay. But I think there is a significant amount of people that could easily find this plan appealing, especially if they're not into like the competitive side of like multiplayer games, like the serious, like where the players play, because that was like kind of a strategy with PS4, securing a lot of third-party marketing materials for like Destiny and Call of Duty and stuff like that. And then obviously the people that don't care about exclusive games and like for single player, the PlayStation Studios games. And I think that it is a significant amount of people, and especially when you have these financing plans, if you walk into a store and see $24.99, and maybe even people that would never have bought a console or never really played video games. Like, yeah, sure, why not? Because I mean,
it's very it's like it's a very marketable machine. It's like, even especially with games now where so many people aren't going to be like, so many people just play Fortnite, right? Or kids hear about Fortnite at school, and now they're who have never played a game before. Now they want to play it, and this is going to be, you walk into GameStop, this will be, say, like, this is the cheapest thing that plays Fortnite,
Yeah.
I could see that kind of marketing go a long way. I also think, like you said, just seeing like that cheap price hanging up at a store, it's just so sellable, especially with cross-platform games, cross-play. I think it's going to be, it's not as big of a deal now. To be on the right or on the winning side. You don't have to get a PlayStation just because all your friends are on PlayStation. Many games will let you, play on any console or PC or whatever. So it's less, you're less boxed in that sense. So that's also less pressure for people to maybe pay more for a console they don't necessarily want or need, just to be able to play with their friends. So we talked a lot about the pricing strategy and stuff. Why don't we just actually talk about the box itself and, aesthetically, what you thought about it, the color scheme,
S or X,
its profile. We'll go with the S because the X has been out. We've seen that for months now. So it's particularly the S that just got revealed. This is the Lockhart console that has been rumored for forever. So
yeah, how the fuck do these code names get boiled down to such redundant, like Lockhart to S? It's just strange. I don't like the way the Series X looks personally, which, I mean, obviously, like you said, that's been a well-known design for a while. And it seems like the S was getting kind of clowned on, but I actually kind of like it, if we're being honest.
I think it looks really cool. I think it looks great. No, this is, in my opinion, the one that looks the most like a console we've seen before. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess.
It's also the most inoffensive, which I think goes hand in hand with what it's meant to be and what it's marketing towards.
Also like the size.
Right, exactly. So it's your low profile, it's thin, it's not super huge. It'll, I'm sure, lay down flat and just look exactly like any Blu-ray player or console or anything you've seen in an entertainment center. And I think that just all goes for like the simplicity of what it's trying to be. It's just trying to, no bells and whistles, no frill, nothing. This is just your comfort, like easy to pick up thing. It looks super small. I think the actual like aesthetic of it looks pretty nice. I like the black like fan like exhaust on top. I don't know. There's just something striking about that contrast, I think. Yeah, overall I think it looks nice. It's very simple, it's very clean, which I can appreciate. It's like very minimalistic. Same with the Series X. Whereas I think PlayStation is like not, it's the exact, I would go so far to call it like gaudy or, too busy in its design. Which, I mean, it looks cool, but it also looks a little too much for me, where this is just like, this isn't going to catch anyone's eye. You're just going to, plug it in and never think about it again.
Never think about it again. I don't think that's the
But I do, as far, well, you're never gonna be like, it's not gonna be like, yeah.
Just
and it still does have the striking, It has a striking like black and white contrast and like the bright white console. It's very sharp corners. I think it's cool. I like it a lot. If I were to get an Xbox, this is definitely what I would get. I don't think I will be getting an Xbox because, like we've talked about a multitude of times, PC is basically gonna, make this unnecessary for many people.
Yeah, I mean, I might get one like far down the line if there's
down the
exclusives.
road.
I would still rather get an Xbox than build a PC. Because I'm a casual. But for now,
that is pretty casual of you.
It's definitely going to be PS5 in the fall for me, but I will watch Xbox Series S's career with great interest.
Yeah, and also, like, let's keep in mind this is like just the starting price,
Yeah, this shit's going to be like $2 next year.
It's any sale if they can shave $50 off in a sale, or even maybe $100 if you like, let's say, buy 2 years of Game Pass, something, you know what I mean, something like that. I could see it be like it's gonna fly off the shelves in some situation like that. Like maybe buy 2 years of Game Pass and you get the Series X or Series S for $100 off. I don't know, something like that. It's gonna sell enormously well. I'm sure I would make a prediction that this one outsells the Series X.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's fair.
Just for what Microsoft seems to be leaning into, like capturing a more casual, like less deep audience who maybe just want to pay for a streaming service and pick up and play games and don't so much care about the deeper like PlayStation exclusives.
It is an interesting strategy because the X does have the specs. Like you get those people in the door, and then if they're talking to somebody at like a Best Buy or whatever, and they're like, oh well, what's this one do? And it's like, oh well, this is this laundry list of things that is impressive, especially at the price point. So I think the way the multiple SKU strategy is something I could definitely see paying off. And I think the S will probably be more popular, or at the very least will be the one to garner attention and then might lead to the upsell of the X.
Yeah, it's like a gateway drug almost. People see the low price point and
they get hooked.
I think like you said, it'd be an easy pitch to make. It's like, well, this one does this. This will stream most games. It doesn't play 4K. Oh, do you have a 4K TV? Okay, maybe you want to look at the Series X because that's going to make your games look better. A lot of people don't have 4K TVs still, or don't care.
Yeah,
I would imagine
don't care. No matter what
a significant amount of people
think.
Oh yeah, significant amount of people don't even know their TV is 1080p or whatever. Like, and that's totally fine, and I think that's like completely valid. Like, if you don't care, like, yeah, I would go for the Series S. It is crazy how like powerful the Series X and presumably the PS5 will be for that price point. Just compare, I mean, because they get such good deals on buying all the parts in bulk that, you know what I mean? Like to build that same thing using, like build those specs using parts that you buy, yourself and put together yourself would be so much more expensive.
Yeah. Do you guys have any last conclusions? Any additional thoughts on the Xbox Series S and X?
I think PlayStation has the advantage here now, and I think they're going to be able to kind of pick what they want to do. Maybe they want to shave $50 off the price and get it down to maybe beat the Series X, or maybe if they were $100 more expensive, maybe make it a little more competitive, something like that. It definitely gives them an advantage, which is good for Sony. And hopefully this kind of prompts them to talk about it soon, because now they really have no reason to wait. But yeah, all right, I think that about does it.
All right, thank you for joining us for this special episode. We also will be doing our regular scheduled programming, so make sure to listen to that episode as well. Nick, where can they find us?
They can find us on Twitter at Pseudo Ludo Cast. They can find us on Instagram at Pseudo Ludo Pod, and they can also find us on the YouTubes.
All right.
All of those.
Thank you for joining us, guys. Right. I'll see you quite literally right after this. Goodbye. 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 Nick, say goodbye for the love of God. Say it again. Say it loud.
Good job.